California with a suitcase full of dreams. Thought the city's gold and sunshine be much brighter than it seems. But these boulevards are lonely when your love is far away. And I feel our two hearts slipping in the shadows of LA. I drove down Sunset Boulevard with your picture in my hand, trying hard to chase a future neither one of us had planned. Every promise that I whispered gets more distant every day, as we wander like two strangers in the shadows of LA. Two hearts lost in the shadows of LA, where the lights burn bright but love fades away. We tried to hold on, but we lost our way, caught between the dreams that led us astray. Now we're standing where the memories wait. Two hearts lost in the shadows of LA. I walk past silver screen and stars who shine from roadside signs. None of them can warm me like your hand once held in mine. This city has a hunger that steals quiet love away, and it swallowed all our laughter in the shadows of LA. I played in crowded bar rooms where the people never stay. Faces blur like faded colors in a world of silver gray. And though I chase the spotlight, all I want is yesterday, before we lost our heartbeat in the shadows of LA. Two hearts lost in the shadows of LA, where the lights burn bright but love fades away. We tried to hold on, but we lost our way, caught between the dreams that led us astray. Now we're standing where the memories wait. Two hearts lost in the shadows of LA. If you called my name tonight, I'd run through every mile. If you opened up your door, I'd stay a long, long while. 'Cause love remembers even when the stars decay, still searching through the shadows of LA. Two hearts lost in the shadows of LA, but maybe hope hasn't slipped away. If we can find the strength to say love's worth more than the price we pay, maybe we'll meet again someday, and no longer be two hearts lost in the shadows of LA. I came home tired from a long day's chore, boots dusty from the fields outside. But there you were on the front porch steps, with that smile I just can't hide. The evening breeze wrapped around us both, soft as the sunset's glow. And in that moment I remember why I never let you go.
I've been waiting with a coffee cup, rocking slow in Daddy's chair, watching sparrows dance above the yard, hoping soon you'd be right there. Then your shadow crossed the gravel path, and my heart knew what it felt to fall in love all over again on those porch steps where we met.
Warm smiles on the front porch steps, where the day unwinds and the world forgets, where your hand in mine feels soft and true, and the old wood creaks like it knows us too. Love comes gentle, love never regrets, with warm smiles on the front porch steps.
I still remember our younger days, sneaking kisses after dark,
Lantern glow and whispered dreams lit up our stumbling stars.
Now years have carved their stories deep, but time's been kind, I guess.
'Cause every night I still find home on those steps where my worries rest. And someday when our hair turns gray and our footsteps slow their pace,
we'll still be sitting side by side with the same glow on our face.
kids grown, life changed, but love remains where the quiet evening sweeps, and warm smiles on these porch steps guard the memories that we keep. Warm smiles on the front porch steps, where the crickets sing in the twilight west, where your arm round mine still feels like home, though the seasons change and the winds may roam. Nothing fades, nothing forgets these warm smiles on the front porch steps. So let the stars shine overhead, let the long night softly spread, for love lives where our hearts have met, in warm smiles on the front porch steps. Morning sun climbs slowly over rows of golden grain. I hear Mama humming softly through the old front porch again. There's a peace in every sunrise, a truth I've always known. Life feels warmer, love feels stronger, round the gentle hearts at home.
I hang the laundry by the fence line, let the breeze just carry through. Kids are laughing in the pasture, chasing shadows as they do. And when your footsteps cross the gravel, my world no longer roams. Every dream turns real and steady with your gentle heart at home.
Golden fields and gentle hearts at home, where the wild birds sing and the soft winds roam, where the dinner bell rings with a promise sweet and love grows tall like the summer weed. No matter how far these boots may roam, my soul finds rest in the hearts at home. I've walked roads of dust and distance, chased the world from town to town, but nothing ever holds me quite the way your arms reach round. When I see that lighted window, I know I'm not alone. Your tender smile becomes my anchor in our gentle place called home.
And when the dusk paints soft horizons on the golden fields we sow, I thank the Lord for simple blessings that only country hearts can know. For every night you lay beside me and every dawn we're shown, love grows quiet, warm and steady, where our gentle hearts call home.
Golden fields and gentle hearts at home, where the wild birds sing and the soft winds roam, where the porch light glows through the evening haze and the world slows down in its tender ways. No matter how far these boots may roam, my soul finds rest in the hearts at home.
So let the weeds sway to the sky and let the years just softly fly,
for we'll grow old where love has grown,
mid golden fields and gentle hearts at home.
I left the dust of our small town, chasing dreams beneath a stranger's sky. But every mile feels a little colder when your soft voice ain't nearby.
These city lights don't shine the same, not like your smile in the morning dew. And every step I take reminds me I'm just a cowboy far from home and you.
I watch the porch light every evening, hoping one night you'll come walking through. This old house feels a little emptier since the day I said goodbye to you.
Your hat still hangs where you left it, and your boots by the door stay true. But the silence tells me louder now, you're just a cowboy far from home, and you.
So ride on, darling, through those heartache plains. Let my love guide you through the loss and rain. Though the wind may whisper stories you once knew, my heart's still waiting, steady and true, for a cowboy far from home and you. The railroad hum keeps me restless. Nights get long in this neon town. I keep your picture in my pocket. It's the only thing that never lets me down.
Sometimes I swear I hear your laughter in the rustle of the nighttime blue. Baby, I'm fighting my way back. This cowboy's far from home, and you.
There shakes your letters on the table, the ones you wrote from that distant view, saying you're doing fine, but I can feel it. Your heart aches just the way mine do.
So I'll keep praying to the heavens for the day you see the sky we both once knew. Find your road back through the valleys,
where home still waits for a cowboy and you. So ride on, darling, through those heartache plains. Let my love guide you through the loss and rain. Though the wind may whisper stories you once knew, my heart's still waiting, steady and true, for a cowboy far from home and you. If the stars align just right tonight, follow them back to where our love grew. No matter how far the trail may wander, it still leads home, back to me and you. So ride on homeward through the fading pain. Let our love pull you like an old refrain. No city lights can steal the bond we knew, 'cause my heart belongs forever to a cowboy far from home and you. I saw you standing by the fence that day, sunlight dancing through your tears. Your trembling smile tried to be brave as I packed my bags and faced my fears. The village breeze blew soft and warm, but the moment cut me like a blade. I heard your heart in every breath, in every goodbye that you gave.
I watched your shadow slip away down that dusty road we used to roam. Your boots kicked memories in the air, while I stood wishing you'd stay home.
The church bells rang their mournful tune, the same that played when love first bloomed.
And every fading step you took left silence echoing through the gloom.
Goodbyes whispered on the dusty village road still linger like the last light of the setting sun. Two hearts breaking where the wildflowers grow, love lost before we knew the damage done. Though time may heal the weight we hold, goodbye still whisper on that dusty village road. I reached the town where dreams are loud, but none could drown your gentle voice. I thought the world would set me free, instead it left me with no choice. To turn around in late night rain and chase the life I left behind. But every mile back to our home reminds me of the ties that bind.
I keep your hat upon the chair, just where you tossed it long ago. The scent of summer in your coat still warms me when the night turns cold.
Sometimes I walk that dirt road path, hoping your footsteps will return.
I whisper prayers into the wind for the man my heart still yearns. Goodbyes whisper on the dusty village road,
Still linger like a song we never finished.
two hearts tangled in a love once bold,
Now haunted by the dreams that slowly vanished.
no matter how far we choose to go.
Goodbye still echo on that dusty village road. Maybe someday the wind will guide us back to the place where it all began,
Where whispers turn to long embraces and goodbyes fade to touch of hands. Goodbyes whispered on the dusty village road,
but hope still blooms in the fields of yesterday.
if love survives the weight of miles untold.
We'll find our way back home someday, where hearts once broke but never closed. We'll rewrite our tale on that dusty village road. I found an old picture tucked behind the chair, edges worn and yellowed by the southern air. There we were laughing, young and unafraid, two hearts falling fast in a love we hadn't made. I've seen that photograph 1,000 times before, hanging crooked on the wall by Mama's old front door. Every scratch and wrinkle holds a story of its own, a reminder of the roots of the love we've grown. The past still lives in our faded picture frames, in the quiet smiles and the forgotten names. Though the years move on, the memory remains. The past still lives in our faded picture frames. There's one of us dancing in the July rain. Your shirt's soaked through, but you love me just the same. We didn't need riches, only hearts unbound, and the promise that we'd stand on the same old ground. There's one of you waving as I boarded that train. Your tear-touched cheeks still shine in the window pane. And though the miles tried hard to scatter our dreams, you stayed in every sunset, in every in-between. The past still lives in our faded picture frames. Through the storm survived and the sweet refrains. Every shadow of time only strengthens the claims that the past still lives in our faded picture frames. Let's dust them off gently, hold what's left of the years. All the laughter that stayed, all the unspoken fears. Side by side we'll treasure the life we've made, from the bright young days to the silver shades. The past still lives in our picture frames, in the love that endures and the light that remains. Darling, no matter how the world reclaims, our past still lies in those faded picture frames. The past ain't gone, it's just sleeping in the dust, waiting for turn with trust, hand in hand, step by step, through the golden haze we find our strengths again, in those tender yesterdays. Little footprints leading back to yesterday, where our love was planted and forever chose to stay. Now with every sunset, darling, come what may, we follow little footprints back to yesterday. quiet on that summer morn. The porch was still, the sky was torn. Your suitcase missing from the old wood chair told me your heart wasn't staying here.
I traced the dust along that gravel road, left footprints fading where the sunrise glowed. I didn't turn back though my soul was weak, 'cause loving you hurt more than leaving this creek.
We loved too strong, we broke too fast, but some goodbyes are built to last. On the day your footsteps left this town, all the colors turned to shades of brown. The church bell rang, but the song fell wrong. The wind stopped humming our old love song. My world fell quiet without a sound. On the day your footsteps left this town.
Your ribbons hanging on the maple tree, faded now like the promise you left with me. I still hear you calling in the evening rain, but shadows ain't voices, they won't ease the pain.
I kept your letter in a drawer of pine, every word trembling just like mine. I thought I'd find peace down the county line, but nothing's as heavy as a love resigned. We held on tight, but we slipped apart. Two wounded souls with a shattered heart. On the day your footsteps left this town, even the river quit running down. The fields turned gray, the lights went low, the porch lamp flickered like it used to glow. And nothing's been right since you've been gone. On the day your footsteps left this town. If you came back through that dusty lane,
would you forgive the hurt, the strain?
or would we break like we did before? Two echoes crying behind a closed door. On the day your footsteps left this town, the jukebox died in the old rundown. The sky turned pale, the nights grew long, and even hope forgot its song. But my heart still waits for the softest sound of your footsteps returning to this town. I walked down the path where the fireflies glow, where you held my hand so long ago. The swing still sways from that summer rain, carrying echoes of a sweet refrain.
I saw your ribbon tangled in the breeze, just like the past that won't release. Every root and branch remembered you, every shadow whispered what we once knew.
We tried to hold on through every storm, but even warm hearts can't always stay warm. So we said goodbye beneath the old oak tree, where love once bloomed so wild and free. Your trembling voice, your tear-filled eyes still haunt the nights in autumn skies. A chapter closed, though it shouldn't be, the day we said goodbye beneath the old oak tree. I trace our names carved side by side, the letters faded like the tears we cried. I prayed that time would rewind the pain, but even oak leaves fall like gentle rain.
I held your hands though the truth was clear. We lost our way through the passing years, and though I wished you'd stay somehow, our broken love can't be mended now.
We held on tight, but slipped apart. Two weary souls, one shattered heart. So we said goodbye beneath the old oak tree, where dreams once danced so tenderly. The wind stood still, the world felt small as silent tears began to fall. A love undone that used to be, the day we said goodbye beneath the old oak tree. If I walk back down that dusty lane,
My heart would tremble at the joy and pain,
but some goodbyes never truly fade.
they live in the shade that the old oak made.
Now we stand with memories held tight, two shadows fading in the evening light. Though life moves on, it's clear to me, part of our hearts will always be where we said goodbye beneath the old oak tree. I still remember that dusty road where I kissed you soft beneath the stars. You held my hand and whispered low, promise me you won't go too far. But the city called with neon dreams, a shining world I couldn't resist. Now every night I lie awake, wondering about the lips I miss.
I watched you board that westbound train. My tears fell quiet on the ground. You waved at me through the window glass, while my heart broke without a sound. The farmhouse feels too big these days. The porch light burns, but you're not near. And every breeze through the meadow grass whispers your name for me to hear.
City lights took you far from my arms, but they can't dim the love we made back home. Skyscrapers stole your wild young heart, while mine stayed waiting where the cornfields grow. Though miles apart, we're tied by the stars. City lights took you far from my arms. These busy streets don't feel like home, just echoes of what I left behind. I chase my dreams but lose myself. Your memory's always on my mind. I miss the smell of evening rain, the old wood fence, your gentle smile. If I could trade this city's glow, I'd run back home 1,000 miles.
I kept your letters in a drawer, read them each night before I sleep. You say you're coming home someday, a promise that my heart will keep.
City lights took you far from my arms, but you're the song this quiet town still hums. Skyscrapers tried to pull us apart, but love beats louder than the city drums. No matter how far or how long you're gone, city lights won't outshine what we've become.
Darling, when the dawn breaks warm and true,
follow that sunrise home to me, to you. City lights took you far from my arms, but they can't take the love in our memories. I found you standing by the dusty roadside, a suitcase full of silence and a name you wouldn't hide. Your boots were worn from wandering through the dark. You said you're just a stranger on the road to a broken heart.
you look like dawn breaking on a lonely Texas mile. Your voice was soft as sorrow, but your eyes could almost smile. I told you I'd been traveling, falling worlds apart. Yeah, just another drifter on the road to a broken heart.
We were strangers, riding side by side. Two lost souls with too much hurt to hide. Under moonlit skies we tried to make a start, walking hand in hand on the road to a broken heart. You shared a tale of love that slipped beyond your hold, a wildfire that faded into ashes in the cold. I whispered mine was stolen, ripped clean apart, left me wandering barefoot on the road to a broken heart.
Somehow in the stillness, your laughter found my chest like a battered, weary traveler finally getting rest. I told you you were something, a tender work of art, easing every mile out on the road to my broken heart.
We were strangers, riding side by side. Two lost souls with too much hurt to hide. Under moonlit skies we tried to make a start, walking hand in hand on the road to a broken heart. Cowgirl, maybe love ain't gone, just lost along the way.
Maybe hearts grow strong when they've known disarray.
Maybe what we found ain't just fate playing its part.
Maybe two strangers can mend one broken heart.
We were strangers, but now I know your name. Two wounded hearts that breathe the same. Under fading starlight, baby, here's our brand new start.
No longer strangers,
On the road to a broken heart. We were just two dreamers on a dusty county lane. You held my hand through sunshine and the rain.
Your boots were torn and my dress frayed at the seams.
But love stitched the pieces of our half-broke dream. I remember every dawn, riding out with you, chasing nothing certain, only skies of faded blue.
Those worn out boots carried miles we couldn't count.
But the love they bore, that's what truly held us down. Oh, the days we carried love in our worn out boots, walking through the heartache and the honest truth.
we had nothing but each other and the wide open roofs.
Yeah, we carried love in our worn out boots.
Sometimes we stumbled when the world felt cold, but
but you pulled me close like a story yet untold.
We danced on gravel roads beneath the silver moon, moving slow and steady to our little country tune.
I patched those boots with leather, patched your heart with care. Promised I'd keep walking with you everywhere.
Through the trials, through the dust, through the uphill climb, your love was the rhythm in each step of mine. Oh, the days we carried love in our worn-out boots, through the lean years of laughter and our humble roots.
Though the world tried to shake us, we stayed absolute.
Yes, we carried love, carried love in our worn-out boots.
Now the laces are tattered, the soul's nearly gone, but we're still walking forward, still holding strong.
Every mark, every scuff tells a story or two of the battles we fought and the love we grew. Oh, the days we carried love in our worn-out boots, when hope was our shelter and faith took root. Darling, after all these miles, one truth still soothes: we're still carrying love in the same old worn-out boots. I walked past the diner where we used to meet, red checkered tables and your tapping feet. The jukebox hummed our favorite tune, but it felt so lonesome this afternoon.
I drove down Main Street with the windows wide, saw your shadow by the riverside.
Thought I heard your laughter on the wind's soft gust, but it was just memories in the hometown dust.
We thought we'd make it, thought love would stay,
But this little town got in the way. Now our heartstrings tangled in hometown dust, caught between the past and the things we trust. Every road we walk pulls us back again to a love that broke in the summer wind. No matter how far we run or must, we're tied forever by heartstrings tangled in hometown dust.
your mama's porch light still glows all night, just like it did when we made things right.
memories never die. I kept your letter in my bedside drawer, read it soft like I did before. Your words still echo, trembling and just like a fragile whisper rising through the dust.
We held on tight, but love slipped through
like dirt road sand we couldn't be new. Now our heartstrings tangled in hometown dust, where the days felt warm and the nights felt just. Though we drifted off down different streams, this tiny town won't release our dreams. We lost our way, but the past still trusts these heartstrings tangled in hometown dust. If you came back through that drift of gold,
I'd face the truth we never told.
but some old ties unravel slow, and some we keep, though they hurt to hold. Still our heartstrings tangled in hometown dust, and every sunrise and the evening rust. The world moves on, but this place remains a silent witness to our joys and pains. And though new roads rise, in love we trust we'll always feel these heartstrings tangled in hometown dust. These city lights are blinding, but they never warm my skin. I walk through crowded streets, yet feel the loneliness within. Every echo of a siren sounds like memories out of place, and I find myself still longing in the city's cold embrace. I left our little hometown for the dreams I thought were mine, chasing stages, chasing shadows, chasing days I can't rewind. But every nightfall in this city brings a chill I can't erase, 'cause I'm longing, darling, for your touch in this cold embrace. Longing for you in the city's cold embrace, where the lights shine bright but the warmth is out of place. Two hearts apart in a world we tried to chase, still hearing echoes of a love we can't replace. No matter where these city streets may trace, I'm longing for you in the city's cold embrace. keeps me company at night. Feels like your arms around me when the world don't treat me right. But it's getting harder, darling, facing days without your face, as I wander through the shadows of this cold embrace. I played a worn-out melody in a backstreet midnight bar, but your voice came soft between the chords of my guitar. And suddenly the neon seemed to lose its charm and grace, 'cause love don't live easy in a city's cold embrace. Longing for you in the city's cold embrace, where the lights shine bright but the warmth is out of place. Two hearts apart in a world we tried to chase, still hearing echoes of a love we can't replace. No matter where these city streets may trace, I'm longing for you in the city's cold embrace. If you walked through my door, the cold would fade away. If you called out my name, I'd run home without delay. 'Cause love is stronger than the dreams we failed to face, warmer than the city's cold embrace. Longing for you in the city's cold embrace, but now I feel the thought begin to chase. If our hearts still beat for the same sweet place, let's leave behind this lonely maze. Hand in hand, let's rise and retrace all the longing left in the city's cold embrace. Came home tired from a long day's chore, boots dusty from the fields outside. But there you were on the front porch steps, with that smile I just can't hide. The evening breeze wrapped round us both, soft as a sunset's glow. In that moment I remember why I never let you go.
I've been waiting with a coffee cup, rocking slow in Daddy's chair, watching sparrows dance above the yard, hoping soon you would be right there.
Then your shadow crossed the gravel path, and my heart knew what it felt
to fall in love all over again on those porch steps where we knelt.
Warm smiles on the front porch steps, where the day unwinds and the world forgets, where your hand in mine feels soft and true, and the old wood creaks like it knows us too. Love comes gentle, love never regrets, with warm smiles on the front porch steps.
Sneaking kisses after dark,
A lantern glow and whispered dreams lit up our stumbling start. Now years have carved their stories deep, but time's been kind, I guess.
every night I still find home on those steps where my worries rest.
And someday when our hair turns gray and our footsteps slow their pace, we'll still be sitting side by side with the same glow on our face. Kids grown, life changed, but love remains where the quiet evening sweeps,
and warm smiles on these porch steps guard the memories that we keep.
Warm smiles on the front porch steps where the crickets sing in the twilight wet, where your arm round mine still feels like home, though the seasons change and the winds may roam. Nothing fades, nothing forgets these warm smiles on the front porch steps. So let the stars shine overhead, let the long night softly spread, for love lives where our hearts have met, in warm smiles on the front porch steps. I wrote your name in cursive on an envelope of blue. Watched the ink turn bittersweet the day I mailed it to you. You said the city kept you busy, but my heart felt so alone. So I send my love in letters from a heart still waiting back home. I read your words at midnight by a broken window light, trying hard to hold your memory through another crowded night. But the truth is, darling, every street here chills me to the bone. And I cling to every letter from a heart still waiting back home. Letters from a heart still waiting back home, traveling miles where the wild winds roam. Ink-stained dreams in a world unknown, holding on tight so love won't let go. Though we walk this road closer to home. Some nights the porch light flickers like it knows you're far away, but I leave it burning faithfully at the edge of every day. I whisper prayers at sundown, hoping soon your boots will roam back to the love that wrote you letters from a heart still waiting home. I keep your faded picture tucked inside my old guitar case. Play your favorite melody to keep from losing faith. And darling, every chorus brings me closer to a tone for the time I left you writing from a heart still waiting home. Letters from a heart still waiting back home, traveling miles where the wild winds roam. Each stain dreams in a world unknown, holding on tight so love won't let go. Though we walk this road apart, I know your letters lead me closer to home. I'm coming back, my darling, I can feel it in my bones. I'll leave the lantern burning, you won't face the dark alone. 'Cause love survives the distance when the truth is always shown. In every tender letter from a heart still waiting home. Letters from a heart still waiting back home, guided me through every place I've roamed. Now I see the road that's mine to own, the one that leads me straight to you alone. No more nights of feeling lost or gone. I followed your letters all the way home. Drove past the corner of 5th and Main, where we kissed once soft in a summer rain. Now the sidewalks shine with the evening glow, but they've grown colder since you let me go.
I walked past the station where you'd wave goodbye. Your hat pulled low, dust clouds in the sky.
I thought you'd chase me down that open road, but fear spoke louder than the love we showed. This old town keeps holding what we couldn't save, and every street remembers the love we gave.
It was love lost on the streets of Amarillo, where the winds blow warm but the nights turn cold and low.
Two hearts breaking where the tumbleweeds roam, two shadows drifting far from home.
We left behind more than we meant to show.
Our love lost on the streets of Amarillo.
The barroom
our song on the jukebox line, and it hits my heart every single time.
Your jacket's hanging where I couldn't hide. Smells like hope and the tears I cried.
I walk these streets with a trembling hand, wishing I'd stay when you begged me to stand. We held on tight, but we slipped away, leaving footprints, ghosts in the Texas clay. It was love lost
on the streets of Amarillo, where the sunset paints the town in a fading glow.
We tangled hearts but let pride grow tall, and watched our dreams like dust clouds fall. Oh, how it hurts remembering so our love lost on the streets of Amarillo. If you came back down that midnight road,
I'd carry the weight of what I owe.
but some regrets run wide and deep,
like Amarillo nights we couldn't keep.
Still it's love lost on the streets of Amarillo, where I search for you in the winds that blow.
If fate allows, maybe someday we'll find
A way to rebuild what we left behind. But till that dawn, I'll always know we left our hearts on the streets of Amarillo. The rain came down on our old tin roof, thunder rolling closer with every tree. But you held my hand in that candlelight glow, saying, darling, storms fade, love only grows.
we weathered long nights where the winds ran wild, trying to keep hope steady mile after mile. But through the darkest clouds and the hardest fights, your smile always led me back to the light. Holding on to love through storms and golden hours, through the pouring rain and the wild spring flowers. No matter how the night may test our powers, we keep holding on through storms and golden hours. I remember those mornings with the sunrise red, coffee on the porch, you kissing my forehead.
The world outside might have shaken our plans, but we built our peace with our own two hands. And when the storms came back like they always do, I held on tighter, darling, right next to you. 'Cause the golden hours ain't worth a thing at all unless we face the rain and dreams go dim. But heaven always breaks through the edges again.
Hand in hand we stand where the shadows part.
Storm or sunshine, you're the home of my heart. Holding on to love through storms and golden hours, through the toughest nights and the sweetest hours. Darling, forever blooms like springtime flowers. We'll keep holding on through storms and golden hours. We'll keep holding on through storms and golden hours. We'll keep holding on through storms and golden hours. I crossed the county border with a suitcase in my hand, chasing dreams that whispered louder than the quiet southern land. But the moment that I left you, something shifted in my mind. Now I'm miles away from the heart I left behind. I watched you fade to shadows on that long and dusty road. Told myself to stay strong, though the truth was hard to hold. Every sunset in our hometown keeps your memory intertwined, though you're miles away from the heart you left behind. Miles away from the heart I left behind. Runaway dreams tangled up in time. I thought the world would heal the ache inside, but every mile just deepens the divide. Now I'm lost in a place I'll never call mine. Miles away from the heart I left behind. I played my songs for strangers in a bar on Union Street, but no applause could drown the echo of our two-step beat. The neon lights were blinding, but your memory kept me kind. Still I'm miles away from the heart I left behind. I kept your old flannel hanging by the window frame, like a ghost of Sunday mornings whispering your name. I try to move on slowly, but true love's not redesigned. Feels like you're miles away from the heart you left behind. Miles away from the heart I left behind. Runaway dreams tangled up in time. I thought the world would heal the ache inside, but every mile just deepens the divide. Now I'm lost in a place I'll never call mine. Miles away from the heart I left behind. Well, I'd give up every highway if it meant I'd see your face. I'd walk through every sorrow just to feel your warm embrace. Maybe love's a map we've forgotten how to find, yet still it points us home through the hills of our minds. If you'll forgive the distance and the reckless pride, I'll take the first train home at sunrise. No more running from the love that's mine. No more miles from the heart I left behind. I came to this crowded city, boots still stained by home, thinking I could chase a future down these neon canyons alone. But every car horn's a reminder of the love I left undone, where the earth and dust meets country pain under the smokestack sun.
I watched you fade in highways far from fields we used to roam. Your voice grew thin like shadows on the porch we called our home.
And though the letters kept on coming, they felt colder, every one. Where the earth and dust meets country pain, that's where our hearts came undone. Where the earth and dust meets country pain, two hearts trying hard but losing all the same. You chased the skyline, I held the rain. Now we're torn between two worlds that whisper your name. Where the earth and dust needs country pain. These streets don't feel like freedom, just a maze of empty nights. And I trade 1,000 bright marquees for your old porch candlelight. But I walk too far from your heartbeat, too far down the wrong refrain, to that line where earth dust meets a good girl's country pain.
I still wake to Texas sunrise, hoping that you might return. But the city's taking pieces of the man for whom I yearn.
You lost yourself in sidewalks I could never understand, where the earth and dust keeps stealing all that's left of our plans. Where the love and dust meets country pain, two hearts trying hard but losing all the same. You chased the skyline, I held the rain. Now we're torn between two worlds that whisper your name, where the earth and dust meets country pain. Maybe someday you'll remember how our small town nights felt warm, before the buildings stole your shadow and the city shaped the storm. But if the train ever brings you back, I'll be standing in the grain at the edge of where your dust finally bows to country pain. Where the rough and dust meets country pain, love lost its footing in the find me again, where the heaven dust meets country pain. I still remember summer nights beside that old red barn, your laughter dancing in the dark, your hand warm in my arm. But seasons change like shifting winds, too fast for us to hold, and the barn door closed on our love before the story could unfold.
I wore that cotton dress you loved, the one you said felt home, and we talk about forever like two hearts that couldn't roam. But dreams can crack like weathered wood when push turns into shove, and the barn door swung shut slowly on the remnants of our love.
The barn door closed on our love like fate whispered from above. Two young hearts that tried to stay, but somehow slipped and lost their way. Now all we're thinking of is how the barn door closed on our love. I walk those dusty floorboards now, the ones that knew our feet, where moonlight through the rafters made the whole world soft and sweet. But echoes ain't the same as touch, no matter how they shove, like hollow sounds reminding me the barn door closed on love.
I kept the ribbon from that night, you tied it in my hair, a token of a promise that we swore we'd always share. But life pulled us in different ways, no matter how we strove, and the barn door locked behind us on the love we couldn't prove.
The barn door closed on our love like fate whispered from above. Two young hearts that tried to stay, but somehow slipped and lost their way. Now all we're thinking of is how the barn door closed on our love.
If I met you there again, would we rewrite the ending?
Would the years between our hearts finally start mending? Or would we feel the weight of time push back when we dreamed of the quiet truth that nothing changed? The barn door closed on love. The barn door closed on our love, but still the memories rise above. In every star, in every night, in every fading porch light. Though we both moved on enough, I still feel the barn door close on our love. On the hill where the tall grass sways, I built a little home for two, with a rocking chair and a winding trail and a sky forever blue. The morning breeze brings meadow songs, soft as a newborn child. That's the place I learned that love can truly grow wild. I came along with a suitcase small, heart worn from the roads behind, but your gentle smile and the pine wood air gave peace I couldn't find. By the porch light glow you held my hand, my worries turned mild. In that home on the hill where our love grew wild. Oh, the home on the hill where love grows wild, where the wind sings sweet and the days stay mild, where the river below and the stars above we learn the meaning of simple love. Yes, darling, life turns soft in style in our home on the hill where love grows wild. Cattle roam the golden slope and the barn doors creak just right. I watch you hang the curtains new in the blush of evening light. Your laughter dances through the air, free and undefiled. It blesses every board and beam where our love grows wild. Table set with quiet grace, the kind Mama used to choose, while the kettle hums a gentle tune and the sky turns sunset hues. When you walk in from the fields below, wearing that dusty smile, my heart blooms again like spring where our love grows wild. Oh, the home on the hill where love grows wild, where the wind sings sweet and the days stay mild, with the river below and the stars above we learn the meaning of simple love. Yes, darling, life turns soft in style in our home on the hill where love grows wild. Maybe the world moves fast and strange, but here time slows its pace. Every dream we've held so close found room in this quiet place. Oh, and a home on the hill where love grows wild, where your hand in mine still feels like a child's, and when silver lines touch our hair someday, we'll thank the Lord we found our way to that home on the hill so soft and mild, our forever place where love grows wild. I still remember how the twilight kissed your hair, right on that porch where we learned how much we cared. But seasons turn and shadows fill the floor. Now I sit alone where your boots touched the boards before.
That old porch swing still whispers every night about two foolish hearts who lost the will to fight. I walked away, but the memories stayed behind, rocking in the breeze with your name tangled in mine.
Love faded on the old front porch, where we dreamed about forever, holding missing you. Yes, love faded there, where I once kissed you true. Your laughter used to dance across the cedar rail. Now all I hear is the lonely nightingale. I tried to mend the boards and patch our broken yesterdays, but the paint kept peeling with the words we couldn't say.
I kept the ribbon from the night you held me tight, saying you'd love me till the stars ran out of light. But promises fall quiet when pride gets in the way, and all we built together slowly washed to gray.
Love faded on the old front porch, where we dreamed about forever, holding on for more. But time had cracked the wood and split our hearts in two. Now the porch still stands, but I'm missing you. Yes, love faded there, where I once kissed you true. Maybe if the swing still knows our tune, we could find our way back under that silver moon. But echoes don't forgive and memories don't lie. We lost our life beneath that southern sky. Love faded on the old front porch, where our hands first touched and our hearts swore more. Now the boards are worn and the steps feel rough, but the place remembers when our love was enough. Yes, love faded there, but it still calls me back to you. I've been walking down the back road where the dust begins to fall, where the fireflies light memories I didn't choose at all. The porch still holds your shadow, though the years keep passing by. Just a man with broken heartbeats under endless country skies.
I've been staring out the window where your boots once marked the floor, where the whisper of your leaving still drifts beneath the door.
Every night I find myself asking all the quiet whys.
Just a girl with lonely heartbreak under wide old country skies.
Broken hearts and country skies, where our love once learned to rise. Two souls tangled, torn apart, still echo in this aching heart. No matter how the dawn replies, we're still living under broken hearts and country skies. There's a quilt of faded starlight where we used to dream as one, where your laughter warmed the valley like the first touch of the sun.
Now the moon just feels much colder, though it hangs so high,
shining down on all the heartache in these quiet country skies.
I keep walking past the cornfields where we kissed at 17, where the summer held our secrets in a golden, peaceful sheen.
But time can turn the sweetest love into a last goodbye. Now I wander through the memories in these silent country skies. Broken hearts and country skies, where our love once learned to rise. Two souls tangled, torn apart, still echo in this aching heart. No matter how the dawn replies, we're still living under broken hearts and country skies.
If the wind carried my voice, would you answer one more time?
If I met you where we parted, would your hand still reach for mine?
Or would we find the past too heavy for the hope we tried?
Still drifting like old teardrops in the open country sky. Broken hearts and country skies, where truth lives and sorrow lies. We love too deep, we tried so hard, but time can bruise the softest heart. Still every star reminds our eyes we're forever under broken hearts and country skies. The train was waiting slowly at the edge of Union Square, and the Memphis sky was crying like it knew I wouldn't stay. You stood there with your suitcase trembling soft beneath the pain, as our goodbyes kept echoing through the Memphis rain. I tried to keep from breaking, but my tears betrayed it all. Like the city lights were flickering with every breath I saw. You said you had to chase a dream that time could not contain, but your promise faded gently in the Memphis rain. Goodbyes echo through the Memphis rain, falling slow like a sad refrain. Two hearts holding on but pulled by pain, lost between the tracks in the last night train. Though love tries hard, it can't explain why goodbyes echo through the Memphis rain. I watched you through the window as the whistle broke the night. Your silhouette grew smaller till it vanished from my sight, and every turn the train took carved your memory in my veins. Your face still haunts the thunder of the Memphis rain. I walk the streets alone tonight where the blues still softly play, past the corner where we promised we'd never drift away. But shadows change and lovers part on roads we can't sustain. Still I hear your voice call softly in the Memphis rain. Goodbyes echo through the Memphis rain, falling slow like a sad refrain. Two hearts holding on but pulled by pain, lost between the tracks and the last night train. Though love tries hard, it can't explain why goodbyes echo through the Memphis rain.
If I could turn back time, I'd stay there by your side.
If you walk back to me, I'd let the past unwind. But some goodbyes linger longer than the scars we try to tame. They live and breathe in the Memphis rain. Goodbyes echo through the Memphis rain, but maybe hope still will remain. If fate allows, we'll meet again where sorrow fades like a passing train. Till then our love forever stays in the echoes through the Memphis rain.
I walk those dusty sidewalks where the red sun melts the day, thinking about the love I lost when I let you slip away. Every storefront window shows a man now all alone, leaving tears on the sidewalks of old San Antone.
I wandered past the river where the lanterns softly gleam, trying to hold the memory of the love we used to dream.
But every echo of your footsteps cuts deeper than I've ever known, dropping tears on the sidewalks of cold San Antone. Tears on the sidewalks, hearts breaking slow, lost in the shadows of a love we used to know. Two lonely travelers with no place left to go, leaving tears on the sidewalks of San Antone. I thought the city lights might help me drown the pain, but neon only flickers like a memory in the rain. I'd trade every mile I'm walking for one more night at home, instead of tears on the sidewalks of sad San Antone.
I still hear your laughter on the warm Texan breeze, and I chase it through the alleys like a ghost that never leaves. But love don't answer softly when two hearts can't atone, so I leave tears on the sidewalks of old San Antone.
Tears on the sidewalks, hearts breaking slow, lost in the shadows of a love we used to know. Two lonely travelers with no place left to go, leaving tears on the sidewalks of San Antone. Maybe someday Texas will call us back again to the night we held each other before the pain set in. But until that tender moment leads us where we once had grown, we'll keep leaving tears on the sidewalks of San Antone. Tears on the sidewalks where our memories still roam. Two broken hearts wandering, too tired to turn back home. If love can find forgiveness in the place it's overthrown, it'll wash away the tears on the sidewalks